What a lie. Even though there is no 95, everyone wants 92. No, I will not refuel.
Russian energy infrastructure came under attack again as explosions and fires erupted at the Sukhodolnaya pumping station and another nearby oil pipeline. Both sites ignited almost simultaneously, suggesting a coordinated strike. The pumping station is a key link in the Kuibyshev-Lysychansk pipeline, which has a nominal capacity of 7,000 cubic meters per hour, making it an important target in the Russian fuel supply chain. Satellite-based firms' data has confirmed the presence of fires in the area, adding further evidence that Ukraine is intensifying its pressure on Russian logistics by striking vital energy assets. Russia's fuel crisis is deepening as shortages spread. At one gas station, the line stretched to 110 cars, with only 92 octane gasoline available after 95 octane stocks ran dry. Drivers face strict limits of just 30 liters per purchase, while speculators in local chats are exploiting the situation, offering fuel at inflated prices of 150 to 200 rubles per liter. The growing chaos reflects the strain on Russia's energy system as supply disruptions worsen.
The line is because of the gasoline. I don't know when it will end. I'll check. What a lie. Even though there is no 95, everyone wants 92. No, I will not refuel.
On the Pokrovsk axis, Phoenix Regiment struck Russian logistics, destroying 2 motorcyclists, 2 vans, 4 cars, and 2 pickups carrying Russian personnel. Cutting supply lines cripples movement of ammo, fuel, and food. On the Pokrovsk axis, the Ukrainian Phoenix Regiment continues to demonstrate its role as one of the most agile strike units on the front. Unlike traditional formations that focus on holding territory, Phoenix specializes in fast, surgical operations aimed at dismantling the Russian army's ability to function. Their latest strike wiped out 2 motorcyclists, several light vehicles, and personnel carriers, all used to shuttle supplies and reinforcements across the battlefield. The regiment's strength lies in combining mobility with precision targeting, often striking at small but vital logistical groups before they can disperse. By cutting off flows of ammunition, fuel, and food, Phoenix forces the enemy into a state of paralysis, where units at the front cannot sustain pressure without constant resupply. This tactic mirrors classic partisan warfare, but is now amplified with modern drones, intelligence, and rapid strike weaponry. On the Pokrovsk front, these attacks are gradually shaping the battle space, slowing Russian advances, and leaving frontline troops increasingly isolated. A Russian soldier has spoken out about being ordered to go on suicide missions. After he emerged as the only survivor of his group, he and a comrade were tied to a tree to be sacrificed to Baba Yaga. He seems to expect that he may soon be murdered by his commander. Alexander Anatolievich Osipovich, call sign Psycho, of the 74th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade, Military Unit 21005, was ordered to lead several other men to frontline positions across an open field, in full view of Ukrainian drones. Not surprisingly, it didn't end well. The whole group, apart from Osipovich, was killed in the attempt. He says that it's suicidal for the men to try to reach their frontline positions while under constant fire control from Ukrainian drones and artillery. Most of the guys who come here can't even enter their positions, because the routes are absurd, impossible to navigate. Just 2 kilometers of open field under enemy birds, drones. They walk, knowing they are about to die, and they keep walking. But they came to die. They came to help the motherland, and the motherland called them. They came. And our commanding officers think themselves gods. They do whatever they want. After he got back to his base, Osipovich was ordered to repeat the mission with a fresh group, but refused. One of the new group, a man with the call sign Grom, also refused. They were both tied to a tree as a punishment and as a way of getting rid of them. I warned the command that it would be impossible to get through there, but they told me, "This is your task. This is your order. Go as you please." I refused to carry out an absurd task, to walk 1.7 kilometers across a field with the guys in open terrain under enemy fire. This morning we arrived. They tied us to a tree and told us they would leave us there overnight so that enemy birds, drones, would kill us. And it didn't arouse suspicion. It was as if they were destroying us. But I refused to accept this fate. We were saved. Tree punishments have been frequently reported and occasionally filmed. The Russians call this practice sacrificing to Baba Yaga, referring to the large bomber drones used by the Ukrainians. Osipovich says that as well as the battalion commander, call sign Fox, the chief of the engineering service, call sign Sherbak, and the reconnaissance detachment commander, Shustri, are responsible for abusing their men. He says that he and Grom escaped and went to the military police to complain, petition for action to be taken against their commanders, and request that if the pair are to be punished, that it be done legally. But he seems to be resigned to the likelihood of being murdered. If the military police take us to the 74th Brigade instead of the military prosecutor's office, then you understand there won't be any drone. They'll just plant a grenade next to us and say they were destroyed by an FPV. After he completely unnecessarily called every U.S. general from all combat and non-combat posts around the world to Quantico for a huge announcement, the Secretary of Defense, or as he now calls himself, the Secretary of War, told the annoyed officers that facial hair is a sore point.
This also means grooming standards. No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. Because it's like the broken windows theory of policing. It's like when you let the small stuff go, the big stuff eventually goes. So you have to address the small stuff. This is on duty, in the field, and in the rear. If you want a beard, you can join Special Forces. If not, then shave. We don't have a military full of Nordic pagans. But unfortunately, we have had leaders who either refuse to call BS and enforce standards, or leaders who felt like they were not allowed to enforce standards. Both are unacceptable. And that's why today, at my direction, the era of unprofessional appearance is over. No more beardos. The era of rampant and ridiculous shaving profiles is done. Simply put, if you do not meet the male-level physical standards for combat positions, cannot pass a PT test, or don't want to shave and look professional, it's time for a new position or a new profession.
European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said the EU will put 2 billion euros into Ukrainian drones, calling them key for both Ukraine's defense and Europe's own security. She added that if Ukraine is the first line of Europe's defense, then support must not only continue, but grow stronger.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.